So, I hate to do this, you guys. I have so much more to do than to be doing this. However, there's a few people that I need to call to the congregation. Now, I know that I'm a little bit late with this, but sometimes it's best to give pause, think about what it is you want to say because I'm never using a teleprompter or any prompts or anything like that. I always come from my heart and from the top of my head. So I actually want to get a teleprompter. I saw one that I like. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, so for now, let me just start off with um Clarissa. You know the boxer? I believe she's dating rapper Papoose. Um, Clarissa, what I would like to say to you is this, you continuously, it seems, to like start and say little things and to start stuff up that it really shouldn't be like that because you went on a breakfast club, right? A show as, you know, big and as popular as it is, and you said you didn't want to address the elephant in the room. Clarissa, look around you. The elephant in the room is you. Papoose is a married man. I don't give a goddamn how long they've been separated, how long you've been dating. Oh, we care about each other, we love each other. That's fine and good. That's great when you can find love. And you guys look like, you make a great couple. You look like you're happy, and that's cool. But at the end of the day, aside from the fact that he's still technically a married man that you're dating, you're talking about somebody, you're talking about elephant in the room being this man's wife. She can't be the elephant in the room. You the elephant in the room that nobody's addressing because on paper, that is still Papoose' wife. They've been together for years before you even came along. That's why it's not good to go and do stuff like that and get into other people's business. That's between the husband and a wife. They are husband and wife. You know, um, that's why I feel like you shouldn't even get yourself in between that. Whatever is going on with them, no matter what that man is telling you. And let me tell you this. Let me tell you before I get to the rest. Let me tell you this. Anytime a man sit up there and dog his ex to you and be telling you they business and all of this other stuff, that's not no man that's a stand up dude. I'm sorry because as quick as he let that shit fly out of his mouth about Remy and been with her all them years and supposedly was so loyal, when it hit the fan or if it hit the fan with y'all, he gonna do the same shit to you. That's why I wouldn't even want to indulge it. I'd be like, why you still stuck on her? What's going on? Y'all not done yet or what? Because, hit me up when y'all finish and everything's completely done. I don't want to come between nobody's stuff. Once the marriage is still going and you step in there, you are adding to an issue that has not yet been resolved. Love, that causes bad luck on you. There's people that can't sing no more because, you got to be careful with that type of stuff. Okay? And that's all I want to tell you. And I really like you. You know what I'm saying? At first, I was hearing people, oh, she dressed like this. She dressed bad. She don't know how to dress. And then you stepped it up. You look nice. You look nice. And I'm sure you're a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you need to focus on your career. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want you to kind of like have to use a gimmick or like a tactic like this to draw attention to you and what you do. Your hands and your fists are supposed to do that for you. I actually want to go to one of your fights. I mean, I'm not into, but I'm like, I want to start supporting the girls in sports. I want to do, excuse me, I want to go watch Sha'Carri Richardson run. I want to go see you box, and I want to see a game with, what's her name again? Angel Reese, child. Yeah, I want to go and see her. I want to see her box. I mean, box, child. I'm thinking about you. I want to see her, play basketball. So yeah, that's just me, giving you a bit of advice because no matter what you think is going on between Papoose and Remy Ma and what he's telling you, pillow talking, whatever the case may be, girl, It ain't what you think. It takes a lot for a marriage to be over. It's still old feelings tied up. It's a whole lot of shit. And if you listen to his live and what he was saying, girl, just leave it alone. That's family. You want to have a family with him, you want to be with him, wait until he's done with her so you can have a fresh start. You know what I'm saying? And what you have and what you build with him has a stronger foundation. It's not based off of, oh yeah, I took him away from. That ain't. Girls be thinking that's a flex. That ain't gonna. He will dog you out just on GP, like for you accepting that. Okay, I'm telling you, it's been done before. You know, and so that's all I want to say about that, and just keep in mind while you saying you want to start a family with him, he already has one and has had one for years with Remy, and between the kids or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and they have a daughter together. So don't do that. Don't be that girl. You know what I'm saying? Don't get involved in stuff like that, and don't be out here being messy, because while you didn't say her name and you didn't say much and like be disrespectful, it was really kind of a dig, and it was kind of like nice nasty. You know what I'm saying? For you to say the elephant in the room, she's not the elephant in the room. It's you, and the fact that you're with her husband. I don't care. She okay, she stepped out on a marriage already, whatever. That they still married. That's why he punched dude in his face. Okay, so don't act like it's not still something there, because if it wasn't, he wouldn't have did that. So just be mindful, girl, and just stay out of their personal business. Let them resolve it on their own, because later on that could become a resentment towards you. You know what I mean? You never know how these things gonna go. But like I said, child, that ain't cool. I don't know what you got going on, but that ain't cool. And I feel like, that's between Papoose and Remy Ma. And that's exactly what it should stay. I actually was gonna do child, 3 separate videos. Maybe this will be all for you, because that's all I know so far, and all of this stuff and saying you gonna say what the F you want, and say you don't get brownie points for that. Going online talking about, leaving all of this stuff on Instagram or message or wherever you left it, Twitter. Girl, leave that woman alone and her husband. You with her husband. Are you aware that if something happened to Papoose today or tomorrow, that you wouldn't even be allowed up into the hospital? They're going to call his wife to make decisions for him about his life? Girl. I ain't laughing at you. I'm just saying, you got to really, really look at this in a very, mindful way. You got to think. You know what I'm saying? You got to really think about what you're doing and what you're saying and your actions, because that's who they're going to call. They're going to call his family. They definitely going to notify the wife. I don't care what the family, oh, they ain't together. They whatever, separate. They're going to notify the wife. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Just Claressa, come on now. Yeah. If it's meant to be, it's going to be. But publicly doing what you did and going on the Breakfast Club and doing that, girl, that wasn't necessary. You didn't have to address no elephant in the room. All you had to do was say, listen, I don't want to discuss that, because that's a tricky topic. It's things going on still behind the scenes. We could just skip that one. You don't have to. You don't have to discuss that with them. Shit. Anyway, child, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope you win your fight. Okay? But this is a fight that you ain't gonna win. You keep doing. Don't do that. I mean, all of this mess for what? I don't know. That's your business. That's all. You can go now and be seated back in the pews, ma'am. I gotta move on to the next person. All right? You have a good day. Enjoy the rest of the service. Yeah.